There are really only two possibilities here, given the consensus in the scientific community. I mean, either the scientists are terribly wrong or they're terribly right. And if they're terribly right, why is the response so fundamentally tepid?
I think part of it is just an unwillingness to believe that we could have made so much trouble for ourselves, and now we have to face the music. But also, I think it's because the biological part of this is sort of swept to the margins. We're now beyond just little minor changes to seeing ecosystem failure in the oceans with coral reef bleaching, and in the coniferous forests of northern America with the pine bark beetle dieback. And that's only 3/4 of a degree. And so what are we talking about here? 2 degrees. Well, 2 degrees is too much.
So when you say that the oceans are dying, the forests are suffering, I mean, this is really the crux of the matter, because this is where we're seeing the interface of the consequences of climate change.
Well, I mean, absolutely, because it is a living planet, and the living planet as we know it is dying. And there will be a living planet of some sort if we do nothing, but it won't be one that's very nice for us.
Tom, if you stepped away from COP15, from Copenhagen, and simply were to tell us, in your opinion, what actually needs to be done to solve this dilemma, what would that blueprint look like?
We just have to redefine the quality of life and find a way to be less resource intensive in how we live collectively. But that's a big generality. That you also have to just set a goal of maximum amount of allowable climate change, and then you have to figure out how you get there. And one of the things you need to do as part of that is actually restore the ecosystems of this planet, do a lot of reforestation, restoring of degraded grazing land and grasslands, conducting agriculture in ways that puts carbon back in the soil. And you literally, in the process, could take 40 parts per million of carbon out of the atmosphere. But obviously, the really big piece is the transformation of the energy base of humanity.